Yeah, good afternoon, student. We are back again for our content class for mathematics. Today will be mathematics 1 to 4, but I'm starting from mathematics 1 today. I know you are writing your exam this month, and especially the new student who are writing mathematics for the first time with this school. There are some things I want you to understand about the conduct of examination in our institution. I'm sure when you get your question papers, you are going to see the instructions there. So please, you must follow that. So for the purpose of the students who are coming for the first time to write mathematics with our school, mathematics 1, okay, let me say mathematics generally is not a difficult subject like you are always assumed. And I've marked your assignment, and I could see that many of you passed the assignment. But my concern now is I realize that probably many of you are giving you someone to write for the assignment for them. Otherwise, if you write the assignment yourself, the one I mark in January, I can assure you that you are going to pass the examination, provided you did the assignment yourself. But when someone helps you and you are not taught, then it will be a problem, probably when you are writing your exam. In mathematics, I've made it so far more easier for you guys, because I realize that if you look at my question, most of my question for assignment, they are just one or two. I mean, if you pass the assignment, seriously, you can pass the exam. So for mathematics 1, I'm sure you have your study guide. You know the unit from unit 1 to 8 or 9. The exam covers the whole unit. And in mathematics 1 and 2, basically, I didn't limit myself on the calculation aspect. I also come up with some theoretical part of the examination. So let's start now. This is unit 1. You know, we only have 30 minutes for each mathematics, so I may not be able to go deep, to go into details or this thing, but I can assure you that between now and before you start your examination, you can contact me on Facebook. On my email. Yeah, and there are about 2 or 3 students who talk to me. Please, when you send any inquiry or any question into my email, please, you must get back to me so that you let me know that you have done it. I can go to it, because I receive a lot of email every day from different learners from different schools. So, for what you are going to see in your exam, or the content we are going to examine you on, you will see this one as part of it. How do you collect information? How to organize the data? How to present your data? You can present your data. It depends what the question says, by bar chart, pie chart, histogram. It depends on what the question will say. Please let me quickly say this. I've talked to my coordinator. Please, if you are writing any mathematics here in our institution, please, you must have your graph papers, at least 2. If it is not provided in your question papers, please, you must go in with it. I hope that I will be so happy if everybody can listen to me, and I'm telling you on this forum that you must come in with your graph papers, because especially this question I'm talking about now, how to present data definitely you come out in the exam, and I'm going to ask you, and I will ask you to prepare it on a graph paper. For most of the students who submitted the assignment and they did it on with that graph paper, automatically I gave them 0. Although most of them, they did a very good job, a very neat, clean. But so provided it is not on the graph paper, I have to mark it wrong. Because you will ask me a question that why is it necessary? It is necessary because when I'm marking mathematics, we mark your steps, we mark your workings, we also mark accuracy. So I want to see when I say 20, when I say 25, and you are making it on that the same answer, I want to see how you calculate it based on the graph paper. So that is why it's very, very important for this topic, especially. We need a graph paper. Please come to the examination hall with your graph paper. Then we talk about this, the step to formulate one question. But let me quickly go into this because of our time. If I ask you in the exam, there are 2 methods, and these are the 2 methods. But if I ask you to if I give you a question on a tally is something like this. Please, you must be aware about this bar graph. If I ask you about a bar chart or bar graph, definitely I expected the question to be on vertical. I will not ask you like this. I will prefer in this way. Please, you must make it like this. When the question says bars, they have gaps in between. Histogram is like this. But this is a graph, a bar graph rather. You realize that there is a difference between this one and this one. They are not the same. So please, whenever you are writing that, please note that but it depends what the question asks you. Always prepare it in that way. Let's move on. We can do this together as an example to help you, because the exam could come in this form. This is on group data. I just gave you. I arrange them in ascending order. Then I will ask you to prepare the tally, also to prepare the bar graph. If you do it nicely, then it can help you to come into this one that I told you already, that I show you. It might come like this if you prepare your bar graph nice. Pictogram, which is in the syllabus, but we are not asking question about pictogram. Pictogram, when you represent things by pictures, which this has the type. Let's talk about this one now. The principle of what do you call it? How to place a value. You can see what we are saying here about the concept, principle, operation with the old numbers. Also, we talk about the place value number system. Like what we wrote here, in our place value number system, we use a decimal system, which means that the system has 10 as its base. In practice, this means that the value of a digit increases 10 times for each that moves from right to the left. Right to the left. So, let's look at this, because this will likely come out in your exam. When you say 5,500 and 500, 5,500. Now look at the first number. Look at the first number. It will give you in this. Later we go to 50. Later we go to 1,000. Later we go to 10,000. Later we go to 10 of 10,000. Let us check this. In the number 764, the value of a digit 4 is just 4. That is what we are saying here is if you have 764. And we are talking about 100 tens unit because it's just 3 figures. 4 belongs to unit, 6 belongs to 10, 7 belongs to 100. So it can come in this way by saying the value of the digit 6 is 10 times bigger than 6. That is 10 multiplied by 6, that is 60. We will say 764 in the increment of 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Then the same thing will happen to 7 in the instances of 100. So there, before we get to 700, we have how many 100 here? There's 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. That's what I wrote here. Similarly, the value of the digit 7 is not 7, but 100 times 7, or 100 units. So please let us listen to this carefully. Look at this. 9, 3, 2, 5. 1,100 tens units. 9,325. You are agreeing that just 5 belongs to the unit, 2 belongs to the tens, tens of 20, tens of 10. Then 3 belongs to the 100. And the other 9 belongs to 1,000. So you can say, you can come in this way. 9,325. It can come to 9,320, then 5 to give us 5,239. That is what we have there. So when I say we should work it out, this is how it's supposed to be. Let's quickly move on to this one. The same thing with this one too. We are going to have the same thing there. Same thing we are going to have there. If you look at it, the number 27 has only two digits. Like now, if we are talking about 27, this is 27. This is a unit tens. So 7 belongs to the unit. 7 belongs to the unit. Then 2 belongs to the tens of unit. So you will see that it's now 27. So let us look at this. Look at 7, 8, 6, 5. 7, 8, 6, 5. Like what I did earlier. Here we fall under 1,000, 100, tens, and unit. It means we have 5, we have 60, we have 800, then we have 7,000. So please, when I ask you to work it out, please, you must be able to do it in that way. Let's move on. The same thing we are saying here. So let's now move to another one, which is the concept of approximation and estimation. Look at what we are writing here. In this session, you will learn how to round off a whole number to the nearest 1,000. Apply approximation in real life situation. Estimate answers with reasonable accuracy. Look at this one. Numbers with more than one digit, that is multi-digit, can be built or taken apart in a variety of ways. For example, we are talking about here about approximation. 47, it can be thought of 40 and 7 or 45 and 2. Similarly, 483 can be thought of 500. What we are saying here is we are trying to approximate. When part of numbers are easier to work with, this part can be used to create estimate in calculation rather than using the actual number involved. That's what we are saying there. Look at the meaning of an estimate. An estimate is a number that is suitable approximation for an exact number in a given situation. Like now, if I just say 231, I can easily say 230. So we are trying to estimate. Look at this example. Estimate the total for the following numbers: 76, 53, and 23. Now, when you want to estimate, the actual figure here is supposed to be 76, 53, 23. When we add it together, it is 12, 8, 13, 14, 15. When you add it together, it gives you 150. But we can estimate to say, okay, instead of 76, we can just say, okay, 80, 50, 20. We still have the same 150. So 2 is not really an issue. So estimate is just to reduce and to fit in a particular situation. There's also a measurement estimation, quantity estimation, computational estimation. They are all known to be estimate. Because estimation is not guessing, it is important to, number one, not use the word guessing when you work with estimation. Explicitly help your learners to see the difference between guess and estimate. When you are guessing, you are not sure. But when you are estimating, you are projecting. So they are not the same. Please teach your learners. Let us use the real example of estimation. Discuss situation in which estimation is used in real life. Example: buying your groceries, comparing cost and weight. Do I have enough to pay? Adding up distance when you plan a trip. Determine the cost of going to sport event, ticket, something to eat, and others. All these things are we are going to estimate. Like now, if you want to go to or for holiday, you can decide to say, okay, I'm going to Swakopmund for holiday or for Easter break. The hotel there maybe is 240. You can say, okay, 250. Maybe what you are going to use for the whole week, maybe it's about 1.8. You can just say 2,000. Meanwhile, you are not guessing because you have an idea about what you want to buy, but you are just trying to do plus minus. So estimation, you project ahead so that you can have it. So that is what we talk about that. There is a use of language of estimation. There also a range of estimation. I'm happy that all these things are all included in your study guide. You can find them. Yeah. Let's quickly go to this. Let me come to this. To round off a number simply means to substitute with another number. But I thought I've done a lot about that. Let me quickly move to another topic. Writing number in ascending order is also some things that will help us. Also will help you for the exam. How do you start from? With my experience with what I've marked in the test and the assignment rather, I realized that minus 0.5, 0, something most of the learners, they don't know the bigger one, the arrangement in ascending order. And ascending order simply means from the lowest to the highest. So it's 0.5 is higher than 0.8. 0.10 is smaller to 0.5. Please, you must notice that, because you may not be giving the straightforward one. You must be giving in terms of a ratio or in terms of a fraction. So you must be able to know what's different between them, which one is the smaller and the biggest. Yeah, the same thing we are doing here. Look at this activity. Write down this following number in ascending order: 11,290, 231, 12,000, 81,000. So from here you can easily write that between 11,399 and 11,290, there is one bigger than each other there. Please don't forget about that. The same thing we are coming here. When you want to multiply multiple of 9, I can give you a question made in mathematics 2. You would like to understand better. Find the multiple of 7 here. This is what we are saying here. So please, because we have a lot of work to do today, because it's 4 papers, I want to stop here. In your assignment, when I mark it, I didn't see much problem with you. What I noticed that except people, maybe they don't have their study guide. Otherwise, the question for the assignment, it will also help you for the examination. So if there is no any question you want to ask me, yeah, let me just take a bit of rest, maybe for 2 minutes, then we start mathematics 2. But if you have any question, please send it to my email here. So that I can quickly answer you.